Blessed full moon, everyone. Blessed full moon in Capricorn. The Capricorn moon will happen on June 29th. Central Standard Time is going to occur at 6:56. So East Coast, that's 7:56, and that's PM. So if you're military time girly, if you're on the in Central Time, that's going to be 18:56, 19:56 if you are East Coast. Forgive me, you guys, I am melting. So unfortunately, you're going to see me doing that a lot. It is very hot. I live in New Orleans, and it's June, and the air conditioning broke a couple of hours ago, and it's currently 82 degrees at 4:22 a.m. It's 82 degrees outside, but inside it's 88 degrees. So I am seated on the floor as low as I can go. So forgive the noise in the background. I've got a little fan. I've got the ceiling fan blowing. I'm not sure it's doing anything more than just blowing 88 degree air around, but it's Capricorn full moon and it's Mercury retrograde. So let's talk about some things and stuff. One thing that I'm going to do in this video is going to go back down to some like 101, 099 level of some of the things that I'm going to say. So for some of you who are familiar with my channel and my work, you may be like, Camille, why are you telling us this? Well, because it's been brought to my attention that sometimes we, the royal we, meaning I, when there's something that I'm super knowledgeable about or quasi-knowledgeable about or do on a regular basis, I will sometimes speak as though I expect everyone to know what I'm talking about. It's not from a point of arrogance. It is from a place of a person who's constantly trying to learn more, expand my knowledge base on things, get more tiny little detail or nugget of information or nuanced perspective or understanding. So as I'm constantly trying to think, how can I improve? How can I get better? How can I expand my intellect or my understanding of something? It's kind of almost like I'm assuming, well, everybody knows that. That's some Capricorn energy right there. I am a Capricorn, and Capricorns tend to be way too hard on themselves, unrealistic expectations of themselves, but also very pragmatic and realist. So I'm going to go over a couple of things that are kind of 101 because I want to make sure everyone has an understanding of what the hell we're talking about here. So a full moon cycle is 28 days, and the moon starts off new moon, where we can't even see a moon, it's just black sky, but she's there. Then it starts growing to a little thumbnail, gets bigger and bigger. That thumbnail gets larger and larger until it's a full moon. She's at her fullest, round, beautiful self. And then she starts getting smaller and smaller. And so the crescent moon that we saw this way in the beginning now becomes the crescent moon we see this way as she's waning. So it goes from waxing to full, waning to dark, where there is no moon. She's there. No moon visible. And then immediately after black moon to that new moon all over again. So it passes through the 12 signs of the zodiac, and we are in Capricorn full moon time, but it's in Cancer. We're in Cancer season, so it's Cancer sun. Now, as a Capricorn, I get along great with Cancers. I get along great with all water signs. Yeah, I get along wonderfully with all water signs. I have several Capricorns too. I get along very well with my own sign. I have several Cancers that I love dearly, So for me as a Capricorn, that Capricorn Cancer energy, even though it's opposition, it works really, really well in my own personal life, in my own personal experience. But astrologically speaking, they're opposing signs. They're in opposition to one another. And when we look at just who they are, I was going to say who they are as people, but who they are, personified. Venus. Cancer is Venusian energy. It's that uber feminine energy. It is lust, it's emotion, it's feelings, it's being comfortable feeling your feelings, being comfortable expressing your feelings. It's nurturing, it's soft, it's it's just all of those wonderful kinds of things. Every sign and everything in life has two sides. So yes, don't forget the Cancer has the pincers that it will get you if need be. But Cancer is that sign of those kinds of things, emotions and feelings and very feminine energy. Capricorn is the opposite. Capricorn is masculine energy. It is about rules, mastery, integrity, hard work, discipline, commitment, leadership, qualities, Jesus. Qualities include that all of those things make you a good person, according to a Capricorn. Respectability, responsibility, pragmatism, the principle. It's just the principle of the thing. God, that's such a Capricorn thing to say. So, very opposite energy. Even color-wise, Venus is associated very much with pink. Capricorn is associated with that earth energy. Venus is also, because it's a water sign, shades of blue. But Capricorn energy, my lipstick, gray, black, brown, emerald green to mossy green, deep forest green, hunter, those kinds of colors. So again, just very, very different and opposite. Now with Mercury retrograde, what that means is basically it appears that the planet, whatever planet is in retrograde, it appears that if someone were to look at their telescope, it appears it's going in reverse. It's going backward. It's not actually, but that's an optical illusion that happens. In the past, I don't know, 10 or 15 years, it seems, Mercury retrograde is this thing that now has become widespread panic. And I honestly think it was something that people did to create content, did to have something to say when they don't really completely understand something. So can Mercury retrograde be unpleasant? Yes, the hell it can. Does it have its benefit? Yes. So anytime a planet is retrograde, just add the prefix re, and Mercury is about communication, travel, movement, things happening very quickly, expeditiously, and communication in whatever form, be that verbal, be that written, be that communication in your own mind, your own thoughts, let alone externally with others, technology. So Mercury retrograde is not a good time to start new projects, but it is a time to revamp, revisit, revise, reassess whatever projects or plans or things that have already either been done or at least initiated. At least, even if it's the tiniest baby step of the beginning, that counts. You've already started. Mercury retrograde says, then how can we look back at these things to reevaluate, to rethink? So it's kind of like a do-over. It's now that I have information and experience, where can I go back and look back and see how could I have said that differently? How could I have worded that differently? How could I revise a plan for next time? So when Mercury is retrograde, also be mindful of how you communicate. And when we think about this Capricorn full moon and this Cancer sun, with Mercury, I think it's very good for us to be mindful of how we're expressing emotions, checking in, tapping in with our own inner spirit, our own inner being, our own ori, to see, where am I on my emotional scale? What do I need to, forgive me you guys, I'm melting. It's so hot here. Where can I revisit how I communicate? Where can I revisit an experience or a situation, a dialogue, a conversation where maybe I could have said things differently? Maybe I could have been more clear. Maybe I could have been more specific. Maybe there was a more nuanced way for me to convey what seems clear and obvious to me that might not have been clear to anybody else. Kind of like what I said at the beginning of the video. That's a very good example of how to use this energy to our benefit. I'm rethinking, how do I communicate with people, and where can I do it in a more effective manner? They say it's not too good to travel during Mercury retrograde. May the odds be ever in my favor. I will be traveling in a few days. So with that, if you're traveling, and whether it's a long haul trip on an aircraft, on a train, or just car across town, giving yourself a little buffer, a little extra time, because things with Mercury, transportation and technology can sometimes go, like the planet appears to be going ass backwards. So giving yourself a little bit more time. Don't send that damn text message. Don't send that email. Don't say the first thing that pops up top of mind. Rethink, reassess, reconsider. And conversely, on the other side of the communication, scale, how am I receiving information? How am I processing communication that happens? Do I need to think about, am I being, especially with Cancer, overly sensitive? And now add that Capricorn energy of, damn it, this is the hill I'm willing to die on. I'm sticking my ground, not moving, defiant. When you work with full moon energy, it's a good time for setting intentions and magic, candle magic, doing that kind of work to release. What do we want to give birth to, so to say? What plans, what ideas, what intentions, based around the things that we've discussed. So you can write your intentions, you write a petition. You can, I'm very big on candle magic. So candle colors, I would say to use with a Capricorn full moon. Capricorn colors are, well, like my lipstick, grays, browns, greens, rich earthy tones. Not your lime, bright Kelly green or baby grass green. More moss green, pine needle green, like a forest, hunter green, arguably emerald. I would categorize emerald, olive. So those earthy brown tones are really good candles. And if you want to coordinate that with chakra work, root chakra, that's really very much an earthly chakra. So working with the Capricorn moon for earthly things, because Capricorn is very much, again, about work. So using this energy now with this full moon to bring in those kinds of things, or give birth to the things that you want related to any of those topics. You could light your candle and write your petition, put it underneath if you have a 7-day candle. I was trying to see if I have one. No, if I move, if you have a glass container, your candle's in there, write your petition, put it underneath the candle, speak your words over it, and just set your intention of what you want to manifest, what you want to happen. And it's also coming to my mind as far as Capricorn energy, Capricorn full moon energy, to rethink with that Mercury. Rethink your relationship to work. Rethink your relationship to discipline. Rethink how you are emotionally connecting or emotionally feeling with the work that you do. Where you're being too rigid and too hard on yourself, and it's bringing up some unpleasant emotions, and now don't ignore them. So I have filmed this video, God only knows how many times. If you're new here, we don't edit. We just roll with it. But I've at least got to get that jump start to begin with. I have done this video so many times, and I think I'm so damn hot. I don't know if I even mentioned this to you guys. So if I am repeating this part, please forgive me. I'm in New Orleans, the swamp. It's June 29th. It's 83 degrees outside. AC broke about 5 hours ago. So now it's 88 degrees inside the house at 4:37 a.m. So forgive me, I'm wiping, I'm hot, I'm melting. I hope the fan isn't too much of a nuisance, but I'm literally melting. So I'd done this video when I was almost to the very end, and something happened. So I had already pulled a card, and I feel that the card is also, we're going to go with it because I feel it's a perfect, appropriate card. It is the Hierophant. Hierophant is ruled by another earth sign. It's ruled by Taurus. So adding that earth to earth energy, and you've got a bull, and not just a goat, a sea goat. Sea goat. People love to just put the goat. I'm big on the sea goat part. But you've got these two stubborn, dogmatic, bull-headed, stubborn as a goat, that kind of energy. Where can we do what this beautiful lady is doing in her beautiful library? Sit back with the Venusian comfort like she is in her winged back chair, in her pretty dress, and her pretty makeup. That is such Venusian energy, as is all this pink in the deck that I happen to choose. But now she's reading her book. And with the moon cycle that we're looking at, it makes me ask questions. Is she reading fiction? Because she's using this full moon to say, I'm too disciplined, I work too hard, I'm too tired, I don't balance life with fun, like life with living. Or is she looking back at the books? Is she her own independent contractor, 1099? Is she looking back to revise certain plans for work in the future? Maybe looking up new information about a completely new career change because she's realizing that the work that she does, the job that she has, is not emotionally rewarding and fulfilling. So where can we make sure that we carve out the specific just pocket of time to do what this lovely lady is doing and to work with that full moon in Capricorn energy? The deck that I pulled from is the, how is it that I love this woman's work so much, and I swear to God I can never think of the names of her decks. I will leave it in the description box below. This is one of Chanel Day's beautiful decks. It is tarot deck. I want to call it the Velvet Heart. It might be the Sugared Heart, but I think it's the Velvet Heart Tarot. They are much smaller in size. I just did a video just before this one doing an unboxing of it, so I'll leave the description in the bottom and the link in the description box below. My God, I'm sorry, you guys. It's just so hot. It's so hot. I'll leave the description down there. If you're seeing this video anytime less than the next, like, I don't know, 12 hours, maybe 24, unfortunately, Chanel is retiring all of her decks. So if you see this video after June 29th, after June 30th, if you see it after June 30th of 2026, unfortunately, the deck will no longer be in circulation. I'm lighting candles that she's going to change her mind at some point. But I will leave the description, so hopefully you will be able to purchase this if you would like to. I really wanted to get out more videos featuring her decks prior to this cutoff date of June 30th, but you know, life just zoom around. So I unfortunately just didn't have the time to do it before the window of time closed up on us. If you made it to the end of this video, I like to ask this at the end because I just want to see who is actually making it to the end. Anybody who spends any time and clicks on my videos, I'm so appreciative of. I am looking to expand the family here and grow the channel. So one of the things is I'm learning is I have to look at analytics. Perfect example of Capricorn energy. Revisiting in this retrograde of Mercury, revising and revisiting your work ethic, how you do your work, your skill set to improve upon the work that you do. So I'm realizing I need to start paying a lot more attention to analytics and whatnot. Maybe I'll edit one day. Maybe I won't. We'll see how that goes. But I do like to know who's making it to the end of my videos. And if you are, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So I always leave like what emoji to leave. What emoji to leave. You can leave a fish, as in the 1/2 end of Capricorn. You could leave a fish, or what else can we leave that's a mountain. You can either leave a fish or a mountain goat fish, and that will let me know that you made it to the end of the video. So until the next one, stay healthy, stay safe, stay sane, stay cool. We are going to have record heat here in the US. I'm going to be doing some traveling. Mercury, God, please make that smooth and easy travel. Might be a good time to work with your crossroads spirits if you work with any of the crossroads spirits, if you're going to travel for open, safe, easy passage, road opener work. But it's gonna be hot. Where I'm going, it should be the reverse temperatures from New Orleans. So it's going to be 105, 6, not the heat index, the temperature. And if you are in Europe, please stay safe. Please stay hydrated, get electrolytes. My heart goes out to everyone in Europe. It's rare to not have air conditioning in a good portion of the United States of America. Europe, they were never supposed to get this hot, so they were never supposed to have to worry about air conditioning and 45 degrees Celsius, which is the Sahara. That's hell. They're not built for 110, 111 degree temperatures, especially in cities that don't have air conditioning. So my heart and my prayers go out to the people who have lost their lives given this horrific global warming heat situation that we're having. So please stay hydrated and stay safe, everyone. And I will see you in the next video.